to do is try to be 1-0 this week, beat the Dallas Cowboys. We're in first place. And listen, they're reeling too. I mean, they're struggling too. They've dropped their last 3 games. So we're going down to Dallas, and our guys are going to be ready to play. And we're going to win that football game. And when we do, we're in first place in the NFC East. We control our own destiny. We're right where we need to be.
All right, and then a few hours later, Pederson clarified that he wasn't guaranteeing a win, but that he doesn't regret giving that impression. So, Shannon, do you like Pederson's explanation?
No, go ahead and stick with what you said. You said you're going down to Dallas and you're going to get this win. Your team's going to be ready to play. Got no problem with that. I love with my coach. Brian Billick was notorious for writing checks that his team, the Baltimore Ravens, we had the cash.
Yep.
Got no problem with that, Skip. No problem whatsoever, because now he's already put it out there. It's bulletin board material. I know they're going to tack it up on the board and they're going to walk by and see what Brian had said. And that team is going to be ready to play. So we knew we had to be on our best behavior, or as we say, our worst behavior, because we was going to meet fire with fire. Jeff Fisher once says we're coming to the game with a 2x4. Well, we're going to build a house with your asses. That's what we're going to do with them 2x4s. Yeah. So you come ready to play. We're going to be ready to play too. I like it. I like it. Doug and Pete guaranteed to win, and I'm backing him up. So you be ready.
So you're saying he did guarantee a win?
Guaranteed it.
Quote from Doug Prediction yesterday. Never said guarantee a win. I'd never do that. That was in his backtrack.
Yeah.
You know?
Guaranteed it.
Never said guarantee a win. Huh. Yet I just heard him say, we're going to go down there and win the football game.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said.
So that sounds like guarantee.
Yeah, that's what he gonna do. Yeah.
Guarantee-ish.
What he supposed to say? Are we going to go down there and lose?
Well, his point to the reporters later was, I want to show support of my football team. I want to show I have confidence in my football team.
That's right.
He was angry with the tone of questions on the WIP interview, the radio interview on which he first spoke. And he said, yeah, the sky's falling outside, but we're going to go down there, we're going to win the football game, because I do believe he thinks they're going to go down there and kick the Cowboys behind.
Yep.
Because he says we're both reeling football teams, but my team, the Dallas Cowboys, they're really reeling because they've lost 3 in a row. And I think he's seen enough game tape so far to say, that's a dysfunctional group, man. They're completely overrated. They don't believe in their coach. So what I told you yesterday as we reacted on the fly to this on the show when we first heard about it was, I'm just hoping that my players use him to motivate them the way their head coach is incapable of motivating them. And unfortunately, so far, at least publicly, it has not worked. And did you see Jason Garrett's response?
What did he say?
I did. I was hoping you'd bring this up, Skip.
What did he say?
Jason Garrett says, my response is, we're excited about the challenge. Obviously, they're a great football team, and we're going to focus on ourselves and what we need to do to prepare to play our best football on Sunday night, said Coach Clapp.
I liked that Garrett voice. That was a good Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett.
That was well done.
Don't you,
Big Red, as you call him.
don't you want him to be true to himself?
That's who he is. Okay. So there are a bunch of player quotes in USA Today, and none of them were very good because they were taken on Coach Clapp's personality. And even Michael Gallup said, if you need a coach or anybody else to fire you up, I don't think you really should be playing in the first place.
Yeah, see, that's not what he said.
Okay.
For me, I'm not looking for anybody to fire me up, said Michael Gallup, who said, I had 3 balls go right through my fingers Sunday at Jets. That's what he said. And he did. 2 of them were just flat out cold drops, and the other one was catchable, but not a drop. He just should have caught it because it hit him on the fingertips. So at least he's focusing on the correct thing.
Right.
But I need to know deep down if those players don't realize their manhood just got challenged in their house. Because he's telling you, we're better than you, and we're going to come in there and kick you right in your golden tails. That's what he's saying.
He ain't lie.
Yeah, okay, well, fine. I'm glad, because I tell you every year, my team has to win in spite of my head coach. He knows the X's and O's just fine. He's a solid football-minded football coach. I get that. But when it comes to motivating, he is the worst I've ever seen in all my years covering pro football that dates back to covering the Rams in Los Angeles in the 1970s. And that was Chuck Knox. Do you remember Chuck Knox? And he was kind of a zero personality, but he had a little
Brown
fire.
Chuck.
ground chuck, and they just ran the ball and ran it, and they ran most of the fans right out of the stands because the Coliseum would be half full for teams that won the division every year after year after year.
They did.
Didn't usually go anywhere in the playoffs till finally they broke
79.
through. They finally broke through with Jack Youngblood and Vince Ferragamo. But the point is, that was after Chuck Knox was gone. But Chuck Knox had fur in his belly, and I just don't sense any in Jason Garrett. So what happens every year? What happened last year? They had, what did I tell you? I told you, Jenny, this last week. I said, I don't care if they lose to the Jets. And you said, I don't think you
I know you said that.
But I did, because I need motivation. I need external. You're not going to get internal. You need external events to light your fire. So what happened last year? They fell to 3-5 because what happened on Monday Night Football, Tennessee at Jerry World? It was the all-time humiliation for the Cowboys. They got destroyed by Marcus Mariota. What happened the next week? They went to Philly quietly. They kind of snuck in the back door, right, of stadium in Philly, Link, and they won. And they took off. External motivation, because they finally just said, you know what? We're embarrassed. We're going to do this ourselves. Watch this. We're going to go show you we can play.
So, Jason is Skip. He's not a fire and brimstone type of guy. Do you want him to show it? Do you want him to show?
You can't be something you're not.
Right.
Because it'll be fake.
Right. So you want him to show footage of guys going over the wall. You want him to show war movies. What do you want him to do? How do you want him to motivate this team?
I don't, because he's incapable. I don't even want him to try. Some guy, Jimmy Johnson was as great a motivator as I've ever been around. The players walked in fear of him because you saw what Dougie Prediction did yesterday with Zach Brown.
Yeah.
I think he blames that. I know he hasn't been playing the level they expected, because he's a talented guy, man, Zach Brown. But again, I think Dougie Prediction took it personally that he took a shot at Kirk Cousins because it looked like it motivated Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Now, Cousins said after the game, I tuned it all out. I don't even know what you're talking about. Do you buy that?
No.
Probably not. He probably knew a little bit. Did Kirk play maybe his best game of his career? Probably.
Finally.
Right? Finally. No, he did. Finally.
Good.
He just threw the heck out of it. Was it out of watch this motivation for Zach Brown? Maybe. And so Dougie P just whacked him.
Right.
And that's what Jimmy would have done. Right. Okay, you're gone.
Right.
You know, whoever it is, you're gone. And what did Jimmy Johnson do? It was actually 2 days before the NFC Championship game, following the 1993 season. It was San Francisco at Dallas. For all the marbles, go to the Super Bowl, which was going to be played in Atlanta. What did he do? Called a radio show and said, I guarantee we're going to win the game. He called a radio show, put it in big, bold headlines on the front page of the Dallas Morning News. I guarantee it.
Yes.
And Nate Newton told me after the game, he wrote a big old check we had to cash.
That's it.
Okay? But that team was really, really good.
And that was the thing. When I was in Baltimore, Skip, Brian says, I don't care what you guys say. He said, just know we got to go back it up on Sunday.
Yeah.
So you say whatever you want to say. You get into a bar with whomever on the opposing team. Just know we got to cash these checks on Sunday. Okay. My coach says, we're going to win this game. We got to cash that check on Sunday.
Right. Are the current Philadelphia Eagles as good as the 1993 Dallas Cowboys?
No,
Not.
Yeah, nah.
Is this like a 50-50 game?
Yes.
And the spread's Cowboys -3 for home field. We're going to discuss that spread in just a few minutes on this show. But it's even, Steven. It's a level playing field.
Right.
So now I'm about to find out what my team is really made of.
Right.
Their manhood got questioned. I'm coming in there and kicking you right in front of all your fans and on national television on Sunday night.
I can't think in all my years, 14 years, I've ever heard a coach or a player says, we're going to Mile High, we're coming to Baltimore, and we're going to win.
Just doesn't happen. This is the ultimate disrespect for the Dallas Cowboys.
Though.
And you know what? I will give you this. I think he believes, heart and soul, they're going to go do this.
Yeah.
And he wants his team to believe it as strongly as he believes it.
I believe it too.
Okay? Well, good.
This guy's
Good for you.
all in.
Well, we'll find out, because I still believe my team's a little better than your team. Just a little better. But they have to play up to that.
I got a feeling on Sunday somebody will be tweeting, missing left tackle, missing right tackle, no Amari, but I'm proud of my team.
Okay?
See?
I didn't tweet that I was proud of my team after the Jets game. I did not tweet that.
No.
You're putting
I didn't
words
see that one.
in my tweet.
Oh, how about this one?
Yeah.
Dak battle back. He's a warrior. So proud of my quarterback.
Okay?
Sin.
I might do that. Okay, if my 2 tackles are out and Amari's out, you got me.
No.
I got no shot.
Sorry.
Well, I'll just declare it up
No,
front.
you declare nothing.
Yeah.
So we already got
then
cases.
it's not a fair fight.
We already, what?
We don't
Hold
have
on.
cases on this game.
Yes, we do. Yes, we
I feel
do.
like
do
you guys
not.
made
We have
this
none.
bet in the summer.
First of all, Skip, it's called a fight.
Yeah.
When you ever known a fight to be fair? We're fighting.
A lot of fights are fair, unless you bring a knife.
If I'm fighting, I'm biting, I'm kicking,
Okay.
I'm punching,
Well, that's
I'm
fair.
kneeing.
Okay,
It's
that's
called
fine.
a fight.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a football fight.
Yes.
And I got one arm tied behind my back if I don't have 2 star tackles and one of the best receivers in the league and the one my quarterback trusts.
Skip, I mean, everybody goes through that.
I might be without my 2 starting cornerbacks. Well, then I got no shot. Then I concede. I will concede on Friday. I will. I'll just say, you got it. It's yours.
I don't want
Take it. You can have it.
I don't want it.
I'll buy you 1 Diet Mountain Dew, and you won't drink it anyway because you don't even like it.
No.
one.
I just don't want you to tweet. As long as you don't tweet after the game that Dak battled back, even though he caught the
How do you
L,
know what I tweet?
because I know everything.
Do you follow me?
I'm omniscient.
Oh,
Omnipotent.
really?
Yep.
Huh.
Oh.
Somebody creeps on my tweet.
Ain't nobody creeping. Oh, Dak's a warrior. So proud of him. Oh,
I did not say that. I did.
Oh, he led a QBR.
that he did
What about that
say
QBR?
that.
Did you not tweet QBR?
Well, he does lead the whole league. in
QBR may have been brought up
Yeah.
occasionally. We're going to move on to a different coach, a different kind of motivator.
Yep.
Did Bill Belichick finally throw Brady a
did.